Well, you showed you could be competitive at Michigan and Stanford. How do you make that turn now? How do you get
Yeah, I mean, that's
competitive
the
into a
thing,
win?
right? No doubt. We've been competitive, and I would argue we've been competitive in every single game here. And so we have to, again, like I said after the game, it doesn't really change what I say here today because it really comes down to 5 or 6 plays in each phase of the game. You either make those plays or the other team makes them, or you either throw that interception or the other team throws you the ball. And so we have to figure out how to, whether it's road or home, we have to figure out what that's going to be, because all of these games, I think, moving forward, Pitt is I think they're a really good football team. They play so hard. Coach Narduzzi does an unbelievable job. They're going to be close games, and so they're going to come down to those little type of things, those little plays, and we got to be able to make those plays.
I was just wondering more about assessing Dylan's game just after this Saturday.
Yeah.
And obviously now he's getting more experience thrown at
Yeah.
him. What has he come to you about, just telling you what he's learned so far?
Yeah, no, he's learning a lot. He's learning with every start. I mean, he's got to. He does some great things. I mean, there's times during the game where he's on fire, right? And then there's other times where he gets a little stuck, or maybe he misses something. Like every young quarterback that has only played 4 games. Right. And so I think that's one of the things that we went back to with him starting Sunday was fundamentals, right? Where are your eyes? Where do they start? What's the read? What's your assignment on this play? And then starting Sunday night, how does that apply to Pitt? And how does that apply to Pitt on Tuesday? And then tomorrow will be, like a 3rd down day, and then Thursday's more red area. So just really fundamental football, sticking with the process of how he prepares, studying tape, meeting with us. He really works at it, and I think there's many areas where he's improved and many areas where he's going to continue to improve. So that's how we look at it.
Sorry. Post-camp Saturday, you talked about, not losing before you can win.
Yeah.
That message from the staff is one thing, but can the captains do
Yeah.
anything more, or just senior leadership in general?
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think it comes from the guys that have been around here a long time. Basically, for a long time, and with me, it's been basically a 500 program. So it's been a very competitive program. I mean, you can't really look at many games over the last however many years and say, oh, they got blown out there. And it really doesn't happen. So what does happen? Well, what does happen is, like I said, in the losses, it's exactly what you said. We either don't make the play, or we turn it over, or we miss the tackle. And in the games that we win, we make that play, and we don't turn it over, and we make that tackle. So we have to be more consistent. Right now, it's a little bit too inconsistent, and that's where it has to change. And you're right, seniors, I tell them all the time, Kevin, there's no magic pill, there's no magic dust. We gotta watch the tape, we gotta correct, and then we gotta start to get ready for the next opponent, because every opponent's really good, starting with Pitt.
When you're watching the film, are you seeing anything different offensively in the first half versus the second?
For us, look, I don't think so. I mean, it's just, we usually start off pretty decent. We move the football. Even on Saturday, we had the kickoff return out to the 50, but then we had the illegal signal, so we actually started on the 16. But we drove the ball 84 yards for a touchdown against a good football team. So I think the starts have been okay. That has to continue, but it's really just a consistency, Trevor, throughout the game, right? I don't know if it's broken down by quarter. I don't really look at it that way. I think it's, if you said, in the first quarter we're this type of team, in the second quarter, I don't think that's what it is. I just think it's consistency across the board. And I think when we play consistent, we show that we can be really good, but we're not there yet, and it has to, turn around pretty soon there.
Are there any adjustments to the game plan or rotations that we might see this week?
I mean, I wouldn't go through that with you guys. That wouldn't be anything that I would. But yeah, they'll always be. It's a very competitive team. We play the guys that practice the best. We try to play as many guys as we can. I don't know exactly how many guys played in this game, but we try to play as many guys as we can, including special teams. So we'll continue to always try to do that.
Coach, I know it's early in game week and prep for Pitt, but what have you kind of seen from that team so far this season that kind of makes them a challenging opponent?
Well, Pitt, man, on defense, they do a great job. They play very hard. They got a great scheme. It's very, they do what they do. They believe in what they do, and they do it very well. Offensively, Eli Holstein's the quarterback. I recruited him to Alabama. Big, strong, great passer. They've got a really good back that was injured, but I think sounds like he's coming back. I think their offensive line's really good. They got a couple receivers, more than that, 2 or 3 receivers, number 2, number 3. They're very, very good. So, very challenging. Good on special teams. Punter, I think his gross is 45 yards. He can locate the ball. The field goal kicker, the place kicker, very, very good. I think they had an injury at long snapper, so we'll see what they do there. But their coverage units are good. Their return units are good. They're dangerous returners. I think they average 32 yards per return on kickoff return. I think they average one of them averages 21 yards per return on punt return. So we got a big challenge there. They're a very good football team.
Do you think that Kyle Lewis is the best linebacker you're going to go up against this season?
He's definitely one of the best, no doubt about it. I think all three of those guys are really good.
Yeah.
Very highly rated guys. I think that the guy we went against last week is really good too.
Cade.
Yeah, so no doubt. But these Pitt linebackers are way up there as far as how good they are, no doubt about it.
When you're facing a quarterback you recruited really well, what's that chess match like? Do you kind of try not to suck yourself out? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, not too bad. I mean, it's not really a chess match because I only recruited him. I never coached him. He went to Alabama. I went back to the Patriots. So, great kid, great families from Baton Rouge. Went to Zachary High School. Awesome family, great kid, fun to recruit. Pete Golding and I recruited him. We were down there a lot. Pretty cool place to go hang out on recruiting trips. So no, he's a good guy, and look forward to seeing him saying hello.
Coach,
What did you see from Logan Taylor in the run game on Saturday?
Yeah, I thought he played really well. I thought he played an excellent football game. He's a very versatile guy. He's tough. He did a good job in pass protection. He finishes in the run game. He played a really good game.
First new time
Couple
kickoff
final
of the
ones here,
year.
guys.
What's that?
First new time kickoff this year for you.
Yeah, I like those. I mean, because we're going to play whenever they tell us to play. We don't control that, but I do like getting up and getting going instead of waiting around all day for the night game or whatever. But we like those. We're a morning program, so I think our guys will be ready to go.
I was just to follow up on that. Is there something different getting going early in the morning compared to a 3:30?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've always been ready to go. Like I said, I think I don't ever see an effort problem. There's no effort problem ever. Our guys play hard. They really compete and play hard every single snap. The biggest challenges are, the West Coast travel and playing a night game out there when it's 10:30. Your body clock's telling you it's 10:30. It's hard for the college guy. It's very hard to control that. But that's just the way it is. That's the ACC. It used to be the Atlantic Coast Conference. Not anymore. It's just the ACC now.
Coach, you already
Last one here.
kind of talked about consistency a little bit and the struggles on the road and kind of during the skid. Just from a coach's perspective, do you see a difference in the issues on the road versus home, or are they all kind of the same overall?
They're very similar.
Okay.
I've thought a lot about that. We've studied that. We've studied what we do. I mean, but in the end, they're very similar. Both things come down to the losses, come down to the fact that we either turn it over, miss tackles, or too many penalties, whatever it is, and the other team doesn't do that. And I think that's where we have to continue to really impress upon these guys that that's really what it's all about. It's not like, hey, well, this is exactly what it is, and if we change this, we'll be okay. It's football. There's 175 plays in a game total, all three phases. We have to be the ones that execute on the majority of those plays, and I think that's we haven't been able to do that in our losses, no doubt.
Thank you, Coach.